Day.
Wait, I
Oh,
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot. Hold on a second, guys. Today, we have a great class starting today, and it's Iconic Iris, and we thought we would
salute her in all her beautifulness. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
So
Yes.
Sharon Mitchell is teaching that class,
And it starts today.
yeah, and everybody's so excited about
Yes.
it. So, and I don't know if many of y'all know Iconic Iris, I should say. She does these or wears these outrageous outfits with big jewelry. Hey, we have big jewelry on today.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you
and
go.
fun glasses.
Yes,
and she's just
and
amazing.
bracelets. And
Yeah.
I think she's in her 90s, and
Yeah.
she is just a, oops. she's a fashion icon, much more together than I am. So,
well, here's this, Leslie. I spelled your name right today.
Oh, yeah. Yes, good job.
I know.
Yeah.
So, can you see?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. So today we have on day 2. This is
our schedule for day 2. So these are our classes that open today, and these are our 3-day courses. We have Sukishi with Susie McMahon, and she is out of Tasmania, you guys. And I know many of you have taken classes. She's been around for a long time, just an incredible teacher, really just so much fun.
Yeah. And then we have Whisper Wing Angel with Colleen. And I never can pronounce her name correctly.
Yes.
So I'm going to let you pronounce it.
Yes.
No, forget
Colleen.
it. That's it. Colleen.
Yes.
Her classes are amazing. And I'm sure you have she was with us last year. She did the little hanger doll, Dear Dear. So she's been with us. This is her 2nd year with us.
Yes. And you will
they're adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable.
And this one, though, however, she works in paper clay, but she has a lot of other techniques that you guys will find really interesting. So jump in if you haven't. And remember, all the classes are downloadable, so you don't have to do them on the spot.
That's right.
You can take them with you.
And then, of course, we have Iconic Iris with Sharon Mitchell and
New Zealand. Yeah.
Fun class with a lot of techniques and costuming. She works on the costuming quite a bit.
And that's Iris. That's what it's about.
And then also today we start a whole new set of video presentations. And as soon as there we go. Yep. And Leslie.
Hello.
Hey, you've got your presentation today, which is the Native American Plains Plateau beadwork.
Yes.
That is such an interesting presentation, Leslie.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so.
Yep. And we'll talk about that a little bit a little bit later. And then we have incredible Brad Smith as a furniture maker. Just wait till you see what he does with wood. I mean, you guys can't miss this one.
No, it's really incredible what he does.
Yeah.
And then we have Shoe Mania and Nick's Shoe Repair. Well, you're thinking, okay, well, you just have to see it because it is amazing. He's got the cutest little shop. Him and his wife own it, and but we do an interview with them, and it's very, very interesting to hear what he has to say. And it's been passed down. He's passing it down. He started it, and he's passing it down to his family. Anyway, go look at it.
Yes, and that's a dying art.
It is.
Handmade shoes is for people. It's a dying art. Next up, we have Carol Ginotella, and she's actually a friend of mine. Before and after mixed media assemblage, and her story is so interesting. Her art is bringing together. I want you guys to take on this. So it's really wonderful.
Yeah, and we really appreciate your comments when you see the videos, and it lets us know that you are seeing them and that you are enjoying them. And we have had a couple of questions on the videos, which is great. So keep them coming. And our next presentation is a multimedia designer, Gail Moore, and wait until you see her work. We're just so amazed by all the presentations this year. Really gorgeous jewelry.
Yes,
and she just uses all kinds of stuff.
It's stunning, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then the last person we have for today is Laura Bauman, and she does hand knotted tapestry weavings. And each knot is done by hand, and they're wall hanging. So you can imagine the time and the thought that goes in, and the colors and the textures that she creates with these knots are stunning. Just stunning.
They are stunning. Yeah. And we're so proud of all of our art presentations. And if you hadn't had a chance to see the ones from yesterday,
they are just so incredible.
Yeah, they are still up. And then we have, please go listen to Thomas Doyle, which he created our theme song for this year.
Yeah, just for us. He composed it just for us.
Yeah.
And it actually, I watched it with Adele before we opened, and it really gave me goosebumps. It was just really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And of course, Maximo Lara, our guest speaker, it is pre-recorded, but wait until you see his art. We just absolutely loved what he had to show.
Yes, really wonderful. And so, yeah, go into I forgot that I had these on. Go into yesterday's videos also. You guys will love the presentations. And like Adele said, let us know what you think about it. We want to know if we're on the right track and that it's connecting with you, because it is the Art Connection Summit.
So, absolutely. Yes. And it's magical.
I know. And
today, I know you've been waiting on this. I'm going to check comments real quick.
Yes.
Let's see who we have here. Oh, they're telling us we're crazy. Well, you know what? It's okay.
Yes.
We want to have fun.
Yes, definitely. And remember, if you come and say who you are, Facebook sometimes lets us know who you are. Sometimes it doesn't. So.
And then we have Marcy.
Hi, Marcy.
Hey, Marcy. Thanks for being here and being such a big supporter of our summit. Thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate that. And yes, we'll be here Sunday.
Right. And Marcy's stepping out for a bit. She has some things to do, and then she's going to come back. So, yeah. Yep.
So we had, yes, the music was lovely.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
We were really excited that he did that for us.
All right.
So one more thing, when you post your comments, if you would please put your name, because sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. It doesn't catch it on Facebook. So,
and we like to know who you are, because you can see who we are.
So, who we are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We don't know who we are anymore. Okay.
All right.
So today, I know you've been waiting on this. We have a special presentation.
A special guest.
That's right.
Yes.
And
waiting in the wings.
He is.
Yes. Yes.
So we're going to show you, and there he is.
Yes.
Yay.
Right.
We can't wait.
Yeah, we are so excited to have him here with us.
And also, I believe it's on Sunday. I think we have a full presentation where you could see a lot of his works, and it's based on his Timeless Hearts. That is his, I think it's his signature.
Yes, yes.
So, and today we're going to get a chance to talk to him. He's also on the cover of A4 Artistics e-magazine, which is going to be coming out later on, probably next weekend. We'll be releasing the publication, and it's amazing to hear his story and see all of his pictures.
Incredible art too.
Yes, it is. Yeah. His work is incredible. And so we're going to bring him up in just a minute. Good morning.
Hello, Gregg. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
We're so happy that you're here. Thank you for coming and for getting online and getting through all the technical things. Very nicely done. Yes.
Thank you both for having me. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
And an honor.
We're so happy you're here. And what you guys saw is just a sniblet of what he creates. So like Adele said, make certain you stick around for Sunday to see this beautiful presentation. But for now, you get Gregg live.
So we just have a few questions, and I know we're going to have some comments. We'll be switching back and forth because I know people are going to ask questions. So one of the questions they're going to be asking is, how long have you been creating art?
Professionally, about 25, 26 years.
Great. Yes. And how long have you been creating art?
I've been actually sculpting and creating art before I became professional my whole life. As a child, I was always attracted to some type of art form, and I dabbled in clays without any understanding completely at the time of, my awareness of what I was capable of doing.
Right. And I think most artists, like have that and intuitively within them, and then they start to refine it and become, more professional as time goes on. Yeah.
There, we're going to give you the big screen.
Yeah. Absolutely. When I first started as a child, I have a background with my family. They're very artistically inclined, and but none of them really pursued it as a career. So I was kind of trepidatious about how I would actually use that as a platform to pursue as a career. But as I got older, I learned that embracing what I was passionate about was something that would help me take that on as a career, because it was something that I enjoyed so much.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I love your quote at the end of that trailer, that it's your passion and you want to share it with the world, and it really is. You don't want to keep it to yourself. I mean, you're doing it to share with the world.
Yeah, art is very personal to artists. Mm-hmm. You put your soul, your emotions, your thoughts, and it's almost like you're bottling a time lapse of what you were thinking in that moment, and encapsulating it into whatever art form you choose to do. In my case, dolls. And so every time I see older dolls, I remember specific moments in my life or stages in my life that I wanted to make sure that I memorialized.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I really feel that, like you said, you have that energy that you're working with that piece at that moment and what you are feeling at that moment. And it just so, translates and goes, transmutes right into that piece. So I love that.
And it was so interesting when I was working on your video for the presentation video for Sunday. There was part of your collection of the older dolls that you're collecting. I don't know if I couldn't figure out if they were Chatty Cathys or Peekaboos or whatever they were. They were all lined out at the top. I don't know if you still have them or not, but it brought back memories for me, thinking, oh, I remember every Christmas going to, it was called Maison Blanche in New Orleans to go pick out my doll for Christmas. And I'm thinking, whatever happened to that doll? And I still remember her, what she was wearing, what she looked like, the color of her hair. And when I saw them all lined up there, I went, oh my gosh. Brought back memories.
Even though that wasn't my time period, I actually embraced older dolls. For me, it's more educational. I like understanding yesteryear's dolls and what people were inclined to collecting at that time, and learning, because it's like reinventing the wheel. essentially.
Right.
Nothing really changes. It's just putting your stamp or your persona into what you're trying to create. But for me, it's very educational because I'm so intrigued on how things were created,
Mhm.
back then, when we didn't really have the technology that we have now, or the different type of mediums that we have now, and what actually went into just putting the time, sweat, and effort, and that labor of love that
Yeah.
that artist at that time created.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And just in the, like you were saying, the materials that they used, from bisque to different plastics, or, whatever the plastics were at that time, rubber, wax, wood,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so, it's, and how they created these beautiful pieces at what we would consider in today's technology, such crude materials available to them, and then creating these spectacular pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Gregg, can you tell us a little bit about your creative process? Like when you're starting a piece, how do you go about starting something?
Most of the times, I have a concept in mind. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes I will draw thoughts, or sometimes I will research an idea that I may have and try to explore different ways of pursuing it. At the end of the day, it's emotional for me. I'll sit down and just basically put some soft music and let my imagination go run wild, essentially. But
Mhm.
the end goal for me is to always create something that is probably, or would like to believe that it's relative or relative to people when they view it. It has to strike a chord with looking at the piece.
And can you repeat that last statement? We had a little bit of a stall there. So you were saying that you want your piece, as you finish it, you want the piece to strike a chord with the audience.
We lost you right there at the end.
No worries. I want people to relate. So when people view my
Mhm.
work, I want them to feel some type of emotion, whether it's
Okay.
happiness, sadness, but I want there to be a connection with
Mhm.
the viewer, so that when you look at something, it's not just a 3D art form. You're actually feeling something.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
But I think most artists feel that way when they're creating. I know, like when you create your pieces, you like to convey
Right.
this emotion.
Right.
But that's, I think, yeah, I think most of us like that, to have some sort of reaction when somebody sees our pieces.
And as you were saying, Greg, just to have that connection, to make that connection, and then through, like you were saying, you have your soul and you put that in, and then you have this other soul coming, and then there's the connect. And it's a really incredible, that's why art is like so magical.
What's great is that when people connect with your work, it's
Mhm.
almost like having a conversation, essentially, but
Yes.
without speaking.
That's
Right.
right.
Without any
It is more
word.
present.
Yes, it's a really wonderful thing. So we know that you produce. I mean, you're out there, you are producing. And so how do you create balance in your art life?
Well, I always make it a point to allow myself to give me time. So I'm
Mhm.
still passionate about performances and theater and anything that pertains to the arts. So I provide myself that time to have that connection, to then bring it to the studio, and then project what I'm feeling. I think it's very important because you can, just like anything, you can get burnt out easily.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you wanna allow yourself to have some type of enjoyment that it's outside of work, because at the end of the day, it is work. Even though you are passionate of what you do, you want to have that break, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that is such a wonderful thought, because in today's world, especially, we are all push, 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 push. And I think as artists, we, as a whole, we have a tendency to be a little bit more sensitive to our world, because that's how we're able to express our art. And therefore, taking time out for yourself and give your time to re-nourish, to, in a sense, fill your cup so that it overflows, so that you can bring it back out again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing when you're working on a piece. You put all your energy into that one piece, and it's like, okay, it's done. I'll take a day or two off, regroup, start another piece, or do something different. So it's all about that energy flowing all the time.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us a little bit about, I know you did some limited edition pieces. How are you still doing that? I know that was a big part of your life when you're doing your art. So I don't know if it was still going, or where are you with that now?
Yeah, it's still going. Actually, that's what I'm pursuing the most. What I found is that early on in my career, when I started sculpting, I didn't want to do limited editions because I was in fear that I would lose like the integrity or the artistic license that one does when you create a one of a kind. But I also come to the realization that obviously, because creations are one of a kind, the price points are much higher. To reach people that would want to acquire your work, whether they, it's just unattainable, or obviously when you create a one of a kind, only one person gets that item. To be able to meet those standards of other people, you need to relinquish, I guess, some type of authority and not feel that that would happen. So licensing now is one of my top priorities right now, because I'm able to reach more people, and I'm still able to control the quality control of it. So that's still something that I'm doing.
And we love that, that you're opening the doors to more collectors, to more people who have access to your work, but also that you also are keeping in mind and in heart that, I still want the quality to be just as beautiful to your standard as an artist. And that is something that can be easily lost, but just that you have that awareness is really fabulous. Yeah.
So Gregg, do you get also involved in the packaging and everything, or is that just, are you part of that process as well?
I'm part of everything.
Okay.
Listen, when you have your name attached to something, you want to make sure that you embrace everything that comes with it. So it's very important to me that the doll itself is wonderful, but the presentation to me and the attention to detail on what you're presenting to the consumer is just as important, because to me, I always view collecting as Christmas, the day of Christmas, where you just can't wait to open your presents. And part of that excitement is the presentation and, the surprise aspect of it. So I want to always keep that in mind. And detail is key.
That's an important point too, even for your one of a kinds, when you package them up and you're sending them to the collector, whoever purchased the pieces, that it's packaged in a good way. Right. So when they open it, it's just like Christmas.
Right. And like both of you were saying, it's the gift.
Right.
It really is the gift. Yeah, definitely. So you've been an artist for a long time, and we are wondering, do you have a difficult decision that you've ever had to make?
Not so much as an artist. I think the transition part of my career, because I was a performer years past, and so the departure of having to start something new, a venture new, and take that leap of faith into a new career that had nothing to do with what you were doing. It was, you know, you have to first and foremost believe in yourself, and regardless of the outcome, know that the intent was in the right direction.
Yes.
So that, I guess, would be it.
Yeah. So where do you see your career going in the next 5 or 10 years? Where do you see everything heading for you?
Global domination.
Yes.
Cartoons.
No, I love that. That's
great.
like, we all want that, don't we? Yes.
Absolutely. A household name. I would love to be a household name. Pursuing manufacturing, licensing, trying to reach the masses, to where with one of a kinds I was very limited. So that's a goal that now that I've had somewhat of an understanding of the process, is something that I really enjoyed and I would like to pursue further.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you know, a lot of people know you.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Especially in the doll world.
Yes.
People, when they found out that we were doing an interview with you, they just could not wait.
Yeah, they were so excited. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. And Adele's put your website up here so people will know where to find out more information about you. And do you have any last thoughts that you want to share with us, with our audience? Anything that you feel strikes as important for you to say?
Yes, actually, if you're striving to be an artist or thought about pursuing anything in your career, my advice is to do it. Don't procrastinate. Take that leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Just go through it. The only thing you can do is, if it doesn't work out, you just dust yourself off and move on to something else. But at least you know that you tried.
Right.
That's true.
That's beautiful.
True. That is beautiful. And we appreciate you saying that, because I think sometimes we're our worst enemies, you know, when we start something and it's a big failure, we'll go, okay, I'm never going to do this again. I am going to go take horseback riding.
Right. Right. Yeah. And it is, like you were saying, it is just have faith in yourself, and just try it. Just try it.
So we're going to
lose.
Yeah.
Here's a couple of comments.
Yes.
Aw.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love that.
And then we have a couple more that popped in while you were talking. And this is Colleen. She loves your work.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice. Yeah.
We appreciate everybody being here.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, we lost him. Are you still there?
Sorry, I had like incoming calls. I'm like,
they do that.
Sorry.
Don't they know?
Don't they know you're busy?
What are they thinking? Oh my goodness. And that's my mom. No, I'm just kidding.
Your mom? Oh well, call her later.
And you guys, like we said, and Gregg, this will be recorded and we will put it out for everybody so they can see this again. And we thank you so much for coming and for spending this time with us, and sharing your thoughts. It's given me something to think about too. So I love it. Yes.
So when we first
I want to thank you both for having me and honoring me with the cover. And it's truly amazing and a beautiful platform to embrace everybody that loves the arts. So I want to thank you both.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Well, we've had some more comments come in. They're starting to roll in now.
They're always, it's a little delay. Oh.
Patty PayPal. That's the one I couldn't think of. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the ones you have up on the top, isn't it? The Patty PayPals? Yeah. Okay. Yes. I was thinking, what are those? I can't remember the name.
Yeah. Patty PayPals, but they also kind of a mixed variation of other companies. But yes, Patty Play Pals. Love them.
Yeah, yeah. We know. We saw them. And then we have this lady here is in Alaska, Sandy. She always comes and joins us.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Loved your
awesome.
Yeah. And she is on a tiny little remote island where you have to boat or fly in or out of. So she is so isolated, but she is with us all the time. So it's cool to see where our audience comes from.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then later on, because it's recorded, we start seeing other comments that come in. So which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it. We're not going to keep you
guys.
Yes, absolutely.
Need to go call your mom.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was great.
I know. Wasn't that fantastic?
That was fun.
I know. He's
Yep. So they'll have, oh, look at here. She Anna from Greece.
Oh yeah, there, Anna. Hi, Anna.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
I know it's in the middle of the night for you, so yeah, thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
I'm glad
and keep
you're
your
here.
comments coming because Gregg will be able to see them later on.
Yes.
We knew that they were going to start rolling in.
Yeah, because it's delayed a little bit. So yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So this is great because we know that you are enjoying the interviews. And also, listening to us.
That's always so much fun.
Yeah, we always got something going on.
Yes.
So we're excited about this being the second day of the summit.
Yes.
It has just been
jam-packed full of things. I mean, yeah.
And we have had wonderful comments, testimonials that have been coming in.
Yes.
So here is, let me...
Ruth Ann.
Get this one. Sorry, guys. Technical things in the background going on. Oh, goodness.
So
we go ahead.
Okay, so we have Ruth Ann. So this is the presentations. This is much watch again and again. Once for the hats, because we had a presentation on hats. Once to read the captions, and a third time just to enjoy it for the creative of each one of the hats. So
well, I have to say, if you haven't seen the hat presentation, you need to go over there and go look at that.
Yes, unforgettable hats.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Day one. Yep.
And then we have from Stephanie, thank you for sharing this presentation with us. I have always found rocks interesting, and this seems to speak on a primal level.
Yes.
That is really a wonderful presentation. It's rocks with knotted leather and different cords and things like that. Really beautiful.
Embellished ancient stones by Kat Bethna. Yeah, that's really wonderful. I watched all of the videos once and will certainly watch them all again. What a great brain exercise and preparation for my class tomorrow. Thank you again, Yvonne. And I think that's one of the reasons that we really stress the presentations is to get you as an artist to see, like, stretch your imagination. What else is out there? What else can you do?
That's right. And every year, well, this is our third year, we always try to bring you the best presentations we can find. There's so many hidden gems all over the world of artists that none of us have heard of. And we love bringing that to the summit and sharing that with you.
Absolutely.
And now we have from Marcy, wonderful presentation. I love beading and wish I had the time to explore beading. I do wonder two things. How were the beads made all those hundreds of years ago? And how did the Native Americans make their beads after being introduced to them? Well, that presentation was put together by Leslie. So Leslie.
Yes, here I am. Let me answer. Beading is such an interesting thing, and the Native Americans received most of their beads through the Venetian glass beads, some from Holland, and more European beads, and they were brought over here, and then the Native Americans used them for trading. So the Europeans would come over here and they would trade with the Native Americans in trading. And then they developed their own style of beading, as I showed one of them in the video of what they do. But they also, previous that, they used to use seashells, small stones.
Bone. They use bone. Even wood, I think.
Wood? Yep, yeah, even wood. And it was the glass beads. They had glass and ceramic that came in from Europe, but it was really the glass beads that took hold here within the Native people. So, and their work, as I said in my presentation, I think my appreciation for it mostly is that they took everyday objects like water bottles, how they carried their tents, their shoes, their undergarments, their knife cases. So mine is more about containers that they created this beautiful beadwork on. And if you really look at the amount of time and effort and care that they really put into it, it is an inspiration for us all.
Yeah. And when you get a chance, go in there and watch that video. And we are loving the testimonials that are coming in. And we will be sharing them because we think that other people need to see your reaction, and it encourages them to go into the videos. I will have to tell you that for us to prepare a summit like this, it is not only hours, it is months of work. And for us, it's such a joy to see that you are enjoying all of the hard work that we have done over the last, well, we start a year. Yeah. But really hit it hard. I would say the last 6
to 9 months.
Yeah, we are really on it and contacting these people, putting pictures together, clips of videos, and it is a huge, I know everything looks polished and wonderful, but the work that is behind it is amazing. So, but just to go over one thing with you, Gregg's big video presentation will be Sunday. And
Timeless Hearts is what it's called. You guys are going to, you just got a little sniblet of what it is right now. So you make certain you tune in. He is such a kind and generous soul, so you can see that reflected in his work.
So I absolutely. And like he said, he loves to create that emotion and those expressions on his pieces, even the way he poses them, the fabrics he uses. And we didn't talk about this, but I know he uses quite a bit of antique vintage fabrics in his works.
And if you look carefully, you will be able to see all that.
Yes,
definitely. And like he was saying, it's his integrity to hold that true, even to his limited collection. So, So
keep your comments coming in.
Yes. We love to hear from you guys.
Yes, we would love to hear from you. That is so true. And we appreciate you being here, and we will be back tomorrow morning
at 10:30 with.
We have another interview.
I know, we are we got it. We're jam packed. Yeah. So,
but we'll be sending out a link for that, and probably later on today, because all of a sudden everything's rolling in right away.
Yes, I know.
So, so you'll know that behind the scenes, Leslie and I are just realized, oh my gosh, Leslie, hurry up! We gotta get ready.
Get dressed.
We gotta do the broadcast. Let's go. So there's a lot of fun stuff going on behind the scenes.
So thank you guys for joining us. Remember, we're here for you. If you need anything, reach out to us. Hope you're enjoying your classes. We love everything that's happening. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 presentations coming out today. And then we have 3 of our classes, really cool classes. So we are full into the summit, man.
Yes, we are in it. And we appreciate all your comments. We're so glad that you're here. It makes it that much better for us.
Yes.
And Marcy says, Oh, you like our glasses? Well, put your glasses
Oh, well,
on.
I guess we have to end
We're going to end
some way.
We're going to end our
how we started.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day, and thank you again for being here. We really appreciate you, and thanks again to Gregg for his time.
Yes.
And all the wonderful things he had to say.
Yeah, you guys. And rewatch this video. Rewatch the interview with him.
Yes. And hearts to you. We see Gregg. He's in the green room. He's watching us. We'll be back with you in just a minute, Gregg. Hang in there.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Nice job. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.